some general exercises that you can do at home that are safe for both pelvic floor weakness or pelvic floor tension are the 360-degree breathing with that pelvic floor relaxation. So I can demonstrate that again for you just to kind of, and you can do this in sitting and standing as well. It's just a little bit easier to get when you're laying down at first. So again, that breath in, and then you should feel that pelvic floor kind of push out this way or kind of give this way or descend outward. And it shouldn't be a huge motion. I mean, we don't want you to think that you have to like push it out or anything like that, but just letting your everything relax. And then breathe out. Again, another exercise you can do is activating that TA. So that breath in, letting everything relax, and then as you breathe out, pulling those two pelvic bones together. A lot of times we're taught to activate that deep core by like bringing your belly button toward your spine. But I like to cue it as kind of bringing those two pelvic bones together, just because a lot of times if people are trying to flatten their back, they kick in their upper abs and they kick in their glutes more. And so trying to isolate that TA, it's a little bit easier to try to think of pulling in this way. A couple of other things that you can do at home is just for pelvic and spine mobility. And so it's really important for us to have good mobility in our thoracic spine, so our mid-back, because as we talked about before, that diaphragm is at the bottom of your lungs. It flattens and then allows your pelvic floor to relax at the same time, that piston motion. If you don't have good mobility in like rib mobility or thoracic mobility, your mid-back mobility, then you don't get that full relaxation. And so that can lead to tension as well, and just pelvic floor dysfunction as well. So a couple of exercises we can do are the cat-cow. So it's a kind of yoga exercise, and then coordinating your breath with that. And then thread the needle for that thoracic mobility, and then a book opener for thoracic mobility. So I'm going to demonstrate the cat-cow first. Okay. So with cat-cow, you're going to get on all fours, or in quadruped position as we call it. And then you are going to kind of sink down. So this is cow. Okay, so you're kind of sinking down, your abdominals are kind of relaxed, and there's a sway in your back. Okay, so you're going to sink down, and then you're going to bring your head up. You're going to breathe in this position. So you're breathing in, and then as you start breathing out, you're going to come up into cat and kind of tuck your pelvis under, but not squeeze your glutes. Okay, you're just kind of tucking your pelvis under, and then you're rounding your back here. So this is really good for both pelvic mobility and then that thoracic mobility. So you're breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Okay, and then the next one, actually, we'll stay in this position. And this is more for that thoracic, that mid-back mobility. So it's called thread the needle. Okay, you're going to kind of come up like this, and then you're going to kind of come under and thread that needle through and just stretch through there. So it works on that thoracic rotation. So you're coming up and through. And then this side, we'll do this side, up and through, and up and through. And then one more is laying on your side. You're going to kind of you can place a pillow in between your knees if you need to, but you're going to stack your arms on top of each other here. And then you're going to bring this top arm up and over and rotate. And you should feel motion, some movement or stretching in that mid back. You also are going to probably feel some stretching through your shoulder, front of your shoulder and your pec, your chest muscle. And when you do this, you're going to bring the arm up and you're going to breathe in. And then when you come down, exhale. This part of your body, so your lumbar spine and your pelvis, should stay stationary. So you're not rolling back like this. You're just moving at that mid back. So breathe in, hold it for a second or two, and come back down as you breathe out. So these are some basic exercises that can help your pelvic floor function optimally. Whether you have weakness or tightness, they're safe for both of those issues. It just kind of gives your pelvic floor that coordination, relaxation, and a little bit of gentle activation.